Listen, it's like December. It's so cold. If I had $1 for every time in the past like 4 months, I don't think I'd ever have to work another day in my life. Welcome back, everyone. I am going to tell you about the time when one of my worst fears came to life. We're gonna take a little flashback to little intermediate school Maddi, which if your school didn't have, like if where you live you didn't have intermediate school was 6th and 7th grade, and then middle school was 8 and 9, and then high school was 10 through 12. So intermediate school, little Maddi, gap teeth and everything. So just to give you a little like backstory, in intermediate school, I wasn't very shy at all. I'm actually pretty obnoxious, like kind of the same as I am now. Where I live, the intermediate school is the furthest away compared to like my elementary school, my middle school, and my high school. That was the furthest one away. It was like a 20-minute drive, and I love it when cars go by. So I had PE first period, and like we don't live in a place where it's very cold, but like I get cold super easy. And so like having first period PE at like 7:45, 8 o'clock in the morning, there was frost still on the ground most days. It was cold. It was super cold, okay? And we were in PE that day. My cute little PE teacher, she goes, okay guys, we're gonna be playing flag football the next however long, we'll say like a month, for the next month. And so we're gonna get you guys into like some training. She like gave us partners, and it was one of those things where it's like, okay, one person would line up here and they were facing this way, and then another person, like the other person was there facing that way, and there was a football in the middle. And she goes, okay, so we're gonna do some exercises, and we're gonna do kind of like a little bit of sprinting and stuff like that. Something you should know about me, okay? I don't run. So I was like, great, perfect, love my life, love running, favorite activity ever, love it so much. And I was paired up with, I was about to say his name. I'm not going to say his name because everyone that I went to school with is going to be like, oh, we know him. And then it'll be like, There we go. Oh, that's not much better because now you can see the thing. We're gonna work with it. So I was paired up with this guy, and he was like the most athletic kid in school at the time. And he, like, of course we're like 12, so like wasn't very like strong in a way, but like could definitely do more push-ups than like anyone. And so when we were paired together, I was like, great, I don't run. We're going to be doing sprinting, and I have to verse this guy. So what we did is we would have to sprint to the ball, pick it up, and run back to our place. And we had like the little flag football things on our waist. So we would have to grab the ball, run all the way back to our line without the flag being pulled, okay? And I was like, I'm going to die. So my mental thinking is, I'm just going to go for his belt. That's what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not even going to try to go for the ball. So she goes, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And we both go for it, but I was like looking at his belt. I'm like, I'm going to pull that thing so bad. And I'm not even like halfway to the ball, and he already grabbed it and went right back to his line. Like, that's how fast he was. And I was like, okay, that was fun. Couple more rounds go. I'm like losing this game, this practice thing, whatever our PE teacher thought it was. Like a few rounds later, and he was talking to his friend that was next to him when our teacher says go, and I was like, oh, now's my chance. And I could hear like the dun 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 dun, bam, 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 bam. Like in my head I was like, oh, I've got this. So I go grab the ball. As I'm running back, he trips me and falls on top of me. And little 12-year-old Maddi was like, help. And And I was just like laying on the floor. I couldn't like breathe. I really thought I was dying. And he was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, you're fine. I just, pain literally from head to toe. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is exciting. They like stopped PE to help me up. And I was like, oh no. And my instant reaction was, I'm gonna cry. And so I start crying, but it wasn't like sobbing tears, it was just like tears running down my face, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. I got up and I could like barely walk. My whole like stomach and abdomen just like all hurt. I can't move. This is not fun. And so my instant reaction was, I'm not gonna go to my next period. So what happened then is I was like, oh, okay, so I'm just gonna go hide in the bathroom then, because little me, I was like, okay, I don't know where to go, I don't know what to do. So I just like ran to the bathroom, and I was like, okay, that's where I'm gonna spend the next hours, just hiding in the bathroom. And I did. And like, okay, the bell's gonna ring in a couple minutes, so I go to leave, and there was a spider on the floor, okay? And I was like, oh, ew, spider, you know, me, just a normal person would just be like, oh, okay, yeah, spider, and kill it. And I was like, oh, okay, spider. Stepped on it, and I like did the little thing where you kind of like, you know? And instantly, little baby spiders go everywhere. And so, like a normal person would do, I start screaming and stomping like crazy. And I'm just like, I'm not even kidding, there was like hundreds of spiders. I don't even know how many baby spiders, like normal spiders, can have at one time, but they were like hundreds of thousands and millions just everywhere, okay? No, not exaggerating. They were everywhere. And so it's like in between classes, people are going in between classes, and they just hear screaming in the bathroom, and one of my teachers runs in and she goes, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like crying, and there's spiders everywhere, and I was like 12. It was a great day. So I went to third period, and I like walk in, and my face is all red, and my eyes are like swollen because I was crying. And I sit down, and my friend goes to me and she goes, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'll tell you about it later. So after roll call, I tell her, and she goes, you screamed and cried because you saw spiders? I'm like, it's been a rough day. So that is the story of literally when my worst nightmare happened. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, tune in next week for Storytime on CarTalk with Maddi. Bye!